What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today I'm basically just going to be reviewing the last team I used in the weekend league. So the requirement that was needed was 3 different leagues and 4 different teams, and I managed to get that. This was the team that I used: Handanovic in goal, Valencia at right back, Chris Smalling and Miranda at the center backs, Ansoldi at left back. In the midfield was Rooney, Goretzka, and Perisic, and then the attack was Mbolo, Konoplyanka, and the squad building challenge Douglas Costa. So the thing about this team, at least in general, was they were just incredibly inconsistent, it seemed like, and I'm sure I had a hand in that. My gameplay could have just changed. Could have been me, could have been the gameplay or the servers, could have been who I was coming up against that maybe was making me change, how I played. Could have been any of those. Could it be any, or it could be all of them? I'm not really sure, but the last 5 to 10 games was just horrible. I couldn't dribble with anyone. Now, the thing about the team is that on their day, when everyone was playing well and playing together, they were probably the best team I've used, honestly. Everyone just was amazing when they were just playing well. Everyone was amazing. I would win games 4-0, 5-0, didn't matter who I came up against. I remember I came up against a person in the top 100 in the Americas, and I won that one 4-1. 4-1, and he was obviously a good opponent. He's top 100 in the Americas, but it's just the team was just stand out. It's just stellar. When they want to be, they're the best team I've used. But that was probably for 5 or 10 of the games, if that. And then when games what they weren't doing well, like the last 5 or 10 games, I would just lose. Didn't matter who I was coming up against. Didn't matter who, how I was playing. The team just did not want to win. They were just doing terribly. And then in between that, they were just average. It really just depended what team showed up. If it was a good team, I would win. If it was the bad team, I would lose. And if it was the average team, then it would just be how I played or how the opponent played or whatever. It really just depended on what team showed up. So we're pretty much just going to go through each individual player. I'm just going to tell you my opinion on them. Handanovic in goal. I've said this before, good solid keeper, but he's not 87 overall. It seems like he's probably an 85 overall, which is still a good solid keeper. I'm not saying he's bad by any means, but he is not 87 overall. So I think when I bought him, he was 17,000 coins. He's probably gone down since then. Let me check what he is now. So yeah, he's probably around 7.5, 8,000 coins. And at the time, I was expecting a really good goalkeeper, but I would probably not spend more than 6,000, 7,000 coins on him because he is 85 rated. It says he's 87 rated, but he plays an 85 rated. Could just be the card that I got. Could be, I'm not sure, but he doesn't play that well. And again, solid keeper, but he doesn't play an 87 rated keeper, which is really disappointing. At right back was Valencia. Probably the worst right back I've used, honestly. I'm not even exaggerating. Probably the worst right back I've used. You would think with a shadow card on him, with 84 pace, 76 defending, 83 physical, he would be an amazing right back. You would think that. But it was just his positioning was just so frustrating because there would be complete, just wide open space on that right side, and he wouldn't make a run. And yes, I have him on stay back while attacking, but he has high medium work rate, so he should be getting forward. And then there'd be times where I would need him to kind of stay back for an outlet, and then he would just make the run forward. Just when there's 2 defenders on him, he would just continue making the run forward, and I could possibly lose the ball, and then the entire right side is completely exposed because of Valencia making that stupid run. He's just probably the stupidest player I've used, honestly. I'm not even exaggerating. Just the dumbest player I've used in defense. And along with that, you'd think he has decent dribbling. He's 5'11", has 79 dribbling, so you think he'd be decent. But he has the agility and the balance of a goddamn elephant. He just can't maneuver on the ball at all. I would probably have a better time dribbling with Chris Smalling, who is 6'4" and has 62 dribbling. I would guarantee I have a better time dribbling with Chris Smalling than Valencia. Just do not use Valencia. Use any other right back in the Premier League. Honestly, just pretty much anyone else. Alright, so for the other defenders, I had Chris Smalling at center back. And when he was just playing at his normal level, which was probably 50% of the time, he was a good, solid center back. When he was playing out of his mind, he was the best center back I've used, which was probably 10% of the time, and then 40% of the time he was just below average or terrible, which is not consistent enough, obviously, which was the thing I said with this team. They're not consistent enough, but Chris Smalling was probably one of the more inconsistent players in the team. And the thing that I really noticed about him was that he is so weak. He cannot knock anyone off the ball. Like, it didn't matter if I come up against Giovinco, Konoplyanka. I came up against Rafael and Hernandez, like Chicharito, a few times. Couldn't knock him off the ball to save my life. He was just so weak, which is super frustrating considering he's 6'4" and it has 84 physical. So, I mean, when it's knocking people off the ball, pretty much any time it's not good. But just as a solid defender, getting headers out, since he's 6'4", he is a good defender at that. So, and you know, depending on what Chris Smalling shows up, you can either have an amazing center back or a below average one. It just depends on which Chris Smalling shows up. Now for the other center back, I had Miranda, and he was by far my favorite defender out of the back four that I had. Miranda was just consistently good, and like first of all, he was just consistent, and second of all, he was actually really, really good. Like 89 defending, which is amazing, 77 physical, but with the Sentinel on him, that obviously goes up. So just defending wise, he was amazing. He was absolutely fantastic. He actually knocked people off the ball. He's 6'1", so admittedly winning headers isn't the best thing about him. He can't really win a lot of headers, and if he does, it's in the attacking end for scoring goals, which he has done a few times. But now left back Ansaldi, he just wasn't good. Now, I don't like pretty much the majority of the left back and right backs that I use. I don't like probably 90% of them. And while I don't like Ansaldi, he just fits into that role of I just don't like them. I just don't like him because I don't like any other left or right back. Like Valencia, I just hate just because he is just the worst one I've used. Like, he is horrible. I don't hate Ansaldi. I don't think he's good, but I don't really like any other left and right backs. So, I mean, I can use him, but I would obviously want him to do better. So that's kind of pretty much where I feel about him. For the midfield, I had Rooney, Goretzka, and Perisic. For Rooney and also Perisic as well, the best shooting midfielders that I've used. Like Rooney, king of volleys, fantastic, and he has 86 physicality, so he can knock people off the ball. For Perisic, he was off chem as well, and he could still just shoot lights out. I mean, nothing else was really good about Perisic because he was off chem, and also his passing was just trash. But for just shooting, just flat out shooting, probably one of the better center mids that I've used, without a doubt. For Goretzka, he used to be my star guy. He used to be the center back or the center mid I always use. I've played 164 games with him, my most capped player in my club, and he's just kind of gone downhill. I mean, he's really good in a one defensive mid spot. He's good in the right center mid spot, but I had them in the center mid spot, and he just wasn't really that good there. So I'm gonna try him out in other places, but in that center mid spot, he's not that good, unfortunately. And then for the attack, we had one to watch Mbolo, Konoplyanka, and the squad building challenge Costa. Now for Mbolo, he was extremely good. Like, you guys probably know my feelings about all these guys because I've used them before. Mbolo is really good. The one thing that I noticed about him was his shooting kind of dropped off, which was surprising considering he has 80 shooting and I had a 100 card on him. But, I mean, besides that, 6'1", 4-star skills, very physical. I would really recommend him just because he's a very solid an attacker. For Konoplyanka, he used to be my favorite player, just absolutely stand out. I think he's gotten 100, he's been involved in 119 goals in the 124 games that I've played with him. So he's still amazing, and I still really like him. But he really dropped off with his shooting in the 40 games for this weekend league. He really dropped off with his shooting. I would always used to get the ball with him at the top of the box, go left, shoot across the goal with his left foot, which was his weak foot, and it'd go in 9 times out of 10. This time it would go in like 4 times out of 10 in this weekend league. It was not good. His shooting was not good. It really went downhill. But I mean, besides that, his passing was still there, his dribbling was still there. I mean, he's gotten 53 assists, and he got 53 assists 124 games as a winger, and he's been involved in 119 goals in 124 games as a winger, which is still amazing. So yes, he's still amazing. Yes, he's still one of my favorite players, but I don't know if he's my favorite anymore just because his shooting really dropped off. Now for Douglas Costa, he was the one that was most consistent, the one that really saved my ass a lot of the times. He's been involved in 65 goals in the 61 games I've played with him. Just really, really stand out. He has the 5-star skills, and he's obviously really good at dribbling, so that really helps because I would just maneuver around people and then do some burp spins, some roulettes, some ball rolls, whatever. and he would just make it 9 times out of 10. He was really good at finessing. He was really good at shooting a cross goal as well with his left foot, and just overall one of the better strikers that I've used. I haven't really found a really good striker this year, but he's probably been my favorite so far. He's actually definitely been my favorite. I used to have Raphael here, and he's not bad. Raphael is pretty solid actually, but Costa is just better. Has 5-star skills, better at shooting, and he can just get in better areas, it seems like. So Costa has probably been my favorite striker, and in this team he was probably the best player, if not Miranda, just because he was also very consistent. But Costa was definitely the best attacker, without a doubt. So that is it for just reviewing the squad. Let's get into the Weekend League rewards. Alright, so now we're going to be opening the packs for the Weekend League. Now, I think I managed to get Gold 1 this time around, I believe. Yeah, Gold 1, which isn't that bad. I mean, my baseline is pretty much Gold 2. Gold 1 is something which I want to achieve every week, and then Elite is something which I aim for. So we got Gold 1, which isn't bad, 50k and 2 100k packs. So it's not the worst thing. I mean, there's the 50k, so that's not bad. And then now we're going to be opening the packs, and as you can see, I actually already have a lot of packs here. Here's the ones that we got to 200ks, but these packs I already had along with the rest of these. And what I'm going to do pretty much is just hoard packs until Team of the Year. So the packs that I get from Foot Draft and the packs that I get from Squad Building Challenges, I'm not going to open until Team of the Year. So hopefully I have a lot, and then during Team of the Year I'll open all of those. But the ones that I will be opening, like for packs at least, are for Foot Champions, because you know, let's say I do like, you know, what I'm planning on doing is just doing like 5 foot drafts a week or something like that. So then I save all of those, and you know, I'm not opening those packs, so pretty much I'm kind of out like 75k. Let's say, you know, in Foot Champions, I get the coins from it. So let's say this week I did the 5 foot drafts, so that's 75k. So that's 75k right there. But you know, for Weekend League rewards, I already got 50k from it, so pretty much 25k. If I get 25k from these 2 packs, then I'm gonna be good. So pretty much hopefully what's gonna happen is I make my money back from the Weekend League, and then I save all of my packs from the Squad Building Challenges and from the Foot Drafts. So hopefully we can get something good from these 2 100k packs. Walkout would be nice. That's just something good. Walkout, Inform, Legend, something. So come on. There's the 100k. Come on, not a walkout, but is it an Inform? Okay, it's a mustache card, and that's the worst one. That's like one of the worst ones. Still kind of an Inform. Still kind of an Inform. So that's what that is. Not a lot of other great players. Chris Smalling and Rashford. Okay, hold up. How much did they go for? Rashford really went down. Damn, yeah, he really went down. Alright, so we'll just list him up. But Chris Smalling, though, actually, no, I'm going to send him to club, and then since, you know, he's the pack pulled one, so I'll send him to club, and then I'll just place that Chris Smalling on the transfer list. So we pretty much just made our money back with, like, the 5 foot drafts or whatever, because we made 50k, and Chris Smalling is, what, 15k-ish? So actually we're pretty close. We didn't 100% make it back, but we're close. But there's the mustache card. And how much does he go for? I'm assuming not a lot because it's not a good card. But I'm going to keep him just in case there's going to be a squad builder. I'd be kind of surprised if there's not like a mustache squad builder at the end of November. We got Smalling, which isn't bad. We got a mustache card, which isn't bad. So, you know, I'll take that actually. I'll take that. So one more 100k. Come on. Something good. If it's a mustache card, let it be like Ibra or Matuidi or Lacazette or something. Come on. Not even a walkout. Please. Nah, it's not that's a decent sized player. That's gonna be Toprak, 84 overall. Oh my god, that's not good at all. That's actually pretty trash. Gutsa. Hernandez. That's not that good, is it? No, that's actually pretty bad. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that pack was trash. First one was better, but I was really hoping to get at least a walkout or something. What, was 84 best? 84 was our best player. Alright, so let's go to Smalling. How much is he going for? Probably less than what I bought him for. 14k, what I saw. It's probably like 13-ish. and I bought it for 16. But I mean, did we make that? Did we make our coins back? So 75k is like the 5-foot drafts, 50k automatically, 65. So around like 10k, and then if we quick sold the mustache card, then or if we quick sold the Movember card, then yeah, we would have made our coins back. So I'm not too upset about that. I really wish we would have gotten something a little bit better from the pack, or from the packs that we got, but I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. We could have gotten 2 packs that were just like the last one. We could have gotten that. We could have not gotten Smalling, or we could have not gotten that Movember card. So could have been worse, could have been better, but it's not the worst thing that could have happened. But that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace. Lucas did not. Freaking Lucas, but Martial! Oh, what a banger.